Hello everyone. Our topic for today's review is about post-harvest fisheries. Post-harvest fisheries encompasses all activities from the moment the fishery resources has been captured, including handling, processing, distributing, marketing, until the utilization of the consumer. Post-harvest fisheries is considered a critical subsector and plays a very significant role in contributing to national food and nutrition security, livelihood of the people, and the national economy. All activities within the post-harvest sector can be grouped under three main sections. These are fish processing and improved technology, fish inspection, safety control, and quality assurance, and value chain analysis. So, let's begin. Question number 61. Fish oils contain a unique type of polyunsaturated fatty acids, the so-called omega-3 type, which is not found in significant quantities in other common foods. Which of the following fatty acids are found abundantly in fish meat and fish oils? A. Eicosapentaenoic acid and docosahexaenoic acid. B. Alpha-linolenic acid and chromic acid. C. Alpha-linolenic acid and docosapentaenoic acid. D. Eicosapentaenoic acid and docosapentaenoic acid. The correct answer is A. Eicosapentaenoic acid or EPA, and docosahexaenoic acid or DHA. Eicosapentaenoic acid is an omega-3 fatty acid found in mackerels, herrings, tunas, halibuts, salmons, and cod liver. EPA is said to improve some heart-related conditions, including coronary artery disease, to prevent or treat heart attacks, and to reduce levels of blood fats called triglycerides in people with very high levels. It is also used for some mental conditions including schizophrenia, personality disorder, Alzheimer's disease, depression, and attention deficit hyperactivity disorder or ADHD. On the other hand, docosahexaenoic acid or DHA is an omega-3 fatty acid, mainly found in seafood, such as fish, shellfish, and fish oils. It also occurs in some types of algae. DHA is a component of every cell in our body, and a vital structural component of our skin, eyes, and brain. In fact, DHA comprises over 90% of the omega-3 fatty acids in our brain and up to 25% of its total fat content. For question number 62. When the fish dies, processes of physical and chemical change caused by enzymes and microorganisms begin to occur. What do you call the phase in the postmortem changes that is a result of biochemical reactions causing muscle fibers to shorten and tighten, and finally causing stiffness in fish? A. Autolysis. B. Rigor mortis. C. Proteolysis. D. Hydrolysis. The correct answer is B. Rigor mortis. What causes rigor mortis? Rigor mortis results from a series of complicated chemical changes in the muscle of a fish after death. The compounds that bring about and control these changes are known as enzymes. The interaction of the protein components is also influenced by the accumulation of lactic acid, which is produced in the muscle when the energy reserves break down. The time a fish takes to go into and pass through rigor mortis depends on the following factors: the species, its physical condition, the degree of exhaustion before death, its size, the amount of handling during rigor, and the temperature at which it is kept. Here is our question number 63. What do you call the undesirable flavor that results from the reaction of unsaturated lipids with oxygen as a result of spoilage? A. Acrid. B. Bitter. C. Rancid. D. Cheesy. And the answer is letter C. Rancid. Lipid oxidation or oxidative rancidity is omnipresent in meat and fish and their products. Especially in products with a high amount of unsaturated fatty acid, oxidation leads to rancidity, off flavor and taste, and to the formulation of toxic substances. Question number 64. If the cost of producing a smoked fish is 80 pesos, what will be the selling price if the desired markup is 35%? A. 88 pesos. B. 98 pesos. C. 108 pesos. D. 118 pesos. The answer is C. 108 pesos. So, how did we get it? We will determine first the markup cost by multiplying the production cost and the desired markup. After that, we will add the markup cost to the production cost, and the result will be our selling price. In the given data, our production cost is 80 pesos, and desired markup is 35%. So, just multiply 80 pesos to 0.35, and our markup cost is 28 pesos. Add the production cost, which is 80 pesos, and markup cost, which is 28 pesos, and that will give you a selling price of 108 pesos. For our question number 65. Which of the following is not an indicator of a fresh fish? A. Gills have bright red color, covered with clear slime. B. Very firm flesh. C. Dull and wrinkled eyes. D. Vent is pink and not protruding. The correct answer is C. Dull and wrinkled eyes. The characteristics of fresh fish and stale or spoiled fish are: in terms of the eyes, fresh fish have bright and bulging eyes, while it is dull and wrinkled for spoiled fish. The gills of a fresh fish is bright red in color, covered with clear slime, and the odor is fresh. While for spoiled fish, it is dull brown or gray in color, with cloudy slime, and odor is sour and offensive. In terms of the flesh, fresh fish have a firm and stiff body, and the impression made by fingers do not remain, in addition to the presence of clear slime. The flesh of spoiled fish is soft and flabby, and the impression made by fingers remains. The belly walls of a fresh fish is intact, while it is often ruptured, and viscera protruding for spoiled fish. In terms of vent, fresh fish have pink vent and not protruding. The vent of a spoiled fish is brown and protruding. The odor of a fresh fish is fresh, fishy odor, and the body color is bright. For spoiled fish, the odor is stale, sour or putrid, while the body color is faded. Here's our 66th question. Which is not true about chilling? A. Chilling is the most common practice in keeping the freshness of fish. B. Chilling means the reduction of temperature either below or above the freezing point of water in fish muscle. C. Chilling totally stops spoilage. D. Icing is the most common and useful way of chilling the fish catch. The correct answer is C. Chilling totally stops spoilage. Chilling is the reduction of the temperature below or above the freezing point. It is the most common practice in lowering the temperature of fish. However, TT does not totally stop spoilage, but only slows down the rate of degradation and spoilage. All other statements about chilling is true. Question number 67. Which of the following is not true about freezing? A. Freezing will improve the quality of fish. B. Chilling may keep fish between 1 to 2 weeks, while freezing under proper conditions will keep the fish for several months. C. Freezing is a form of partial, mild dehydration. D. Freezing is a way of stopping the deteriorative activities of microorganisms and enzymes. The correct answer is A. Freezing will improve the quality of fish. Freezing is a process of preservation, in which the temperature of fish and fishery products is lowered up to -40 degrees Celsius or below. If fish are properly frozen and stored at correct temperature, it is possible to provide a product which closely resembles a fresh fish. One of the principles in processing is trash in, trash out. Whatever the quality of the raw materials being processed, the processing method will just maintain its quality. So, if the state of the fish before processing is of low quality, It is expected that the processed product has also low quality. For question number 68. What is the most preferred method of storing fish in ice? A. Bulking. B. Boxing. C. Shelving. D. Layering. The correct answer is B. Boxing. Boxing is the preferred method of storing fish in ice. In this method, the fish in ice are layered in specially made box. It is easy to segregate, and the handling is minimum. However, it is bulky sometimes. Here's our 69th question. Which of the following is not a pathogenic bacteria? A. Wallemia. B. Clostridium botulinum. C. Sarcina littoralis. D. Ascites sp. All of the organisms above are pathogenic, except for D. Ascites sp. Ascites is a type of small shrimp that are usually found in the estuaries. Wallemia is a type of halophilic bacteria that can cause dun, which is characterized by brown dark spots or fawn spots. Clostridium botulinum is an anaerobic, rod-shaped spore-forming bacterium that produces a protein which can cause food-produced toxin. It causes botulism, a severe form of food poisoning. Question number 70. The dark or red muscle of fish is used for A. Sprinting. B. Cruising. C. Turning. D. Stopping. The correct answer is B. Cruising. The red muscle constitutes the 10% of the fish muscle, depending on the species. It is colored red because it is infused with capillaries and have high concentration of red oxygen-binding pigments in the blood, the hemoglobin, the muscle tissue itself, or myoglobin. A large proportion of red muscle is found in the continuously active swimming or migrating fish, such as marlins and tunas. The red muscles are usually found in the lateral line and in the base of fins. The muscle used for sprinting is the white muscle. For question number 71. It is also known as self-digestion. What is this? A. Spoilage. B. Autolysis. C. Rigor mortis. D. Glycolysis. The correct answer is B. Autolysis. Autolysis refers to the destruction of a cell through the action of its own enzyme. Question. A. Trash fish can be used as raw material for fish meal. B. Poor quality raw material can produce good quality finished product. C. No preservation and processing method can improve the quality of fish. D. Poor quality raw material can be improved by processing. The correct answer is C. No preservation and processing method can improve the quality of fish. As discussed earlier, the quality of the finished products depend only on the quality of raw materials. So, if your raw material is of low quality, expect your product also of low quality. No processing method will improve the quality of the product from a low quality raw material. Question number 73. It is a small elongated chunks, usually rectangles of uniform size and thickness, cut from the meat portion. What is this? A. Fillets. B. Dressed fish. C. Steaks. D. Sticks and portion. The correct answer is D. Sticks and portion. Fillets are the meaty sides of the fish, free from bones or spines. The type of fillets include block, or butterfly or double, cross-cut, like that of solefish, quarter-cut, or taken off in two pieces from each side of the fish, or single fillet, where only one side of fish is taken. Dressed fish had their scales, viscera or internal organs, fins, head and tail removed. On the other hand, steaks are the cross-section slices of about 2 to 3 centimeters thick. For question number 74. What percentage of the bony fish's total weight is edible? A. 50%. B. 60%. C. 70%. D. 80%. The correct answer is B. 60%. Depending on the species, the typical edible portion of fish is about 60% of its total weight. Majority of the edible parts are the muscles, or myotomes in particular. The rest of the unedible portion of fish's weight is comprised of bones including skull, spines, and internal organs. Here's our 75th question. Which of the following fishery products is not a product of drying or smoking? A. Tuyo. B. Tinapa. C. Ding. D. Patiz. The correct answer is D. Patiz. Patiz is a product of fermentation produced by hydrolysis of small fish for a period of 6 months to 1 year. It is a clear sauce, straw yellow to amber in color, depending on the raw material used. Its flavor may be due to the activity of the halophilic bacteria. Tuyo is a product of sun-drying of smaller fishes, particularly the sardine species. Tinapa is a product of smoking, either using hot smoke or cold smoke. Daing is also a product of sun-drying, usually achieved when fish is split into two. Question number 76. What do you call the mixture of seawater and crushed ice? A. Ice gel mat. B. Chilled seawater. C. Wet ice. D. Dry ice. The correct answer is B. Chilled seawater. Chilled seawater, or CSW, is a mixture of seawater and crushed ice. They are also called as ice slurry, and chills fish faster than wet ice. Fish in CSW do not suffer from physical change due to crushing or pressure from other fish. The gel ice mat is the freezing of water-based gel. It is suitable for air transport of fish, and water does not leak during thawing. On the other hand, wet ice is the most common way of chilling. Cooling happens through direct contact between fish and ice. Meanwhile, dry ice is a solid carbon dioxide. It has a very low temperature, -78 degrees, thus, should not be used in contact to avoid cold burns. It is preferred for air shipment for it does not cause leakage. For question number 77. Which of the following is the toxin produced by dinoflagellate Pyridinium bahamense? A. Saxitoxin. B. Ciguatoxin. C. Brevetoxin. D. Tetrodotoxin. The correct answer is A. Saxitoxin. Saxitoxin is a highly selective and potent blocker of voltage-dependent sodium channels in motor nerves, which causes skeletal muscle paralysis. It is found in filter-feeding mollusks, who consumes planktonic algae, such as Alexandrium tamarans, Gymnodinium catenatum, and Pyridinium bahamense. Consumption of this by human results in paralytic shellfish poisoning, which may result in death in a matter of hours, if sufficient toxin is absorbed. There is no antidote for saxitoxin poisoning. Ciguatoxin is a marine algal neurotoxin, caused by a unicellular dinoflagellate Gambardiscus toxicus, causing ciguatera poisoning. Brevetoxin is a marine algal neurotoxin, produced by Ptychodiscus brevis and Gymnodinium breve. It causes neurotoxic shellfish poisoning. On the other hand, tetrodotoxin is a potent neurotoxin, found in tetraodoniforms, such as porcupine fishes, puffer fishes, among others. It causes pufferfish poisoning. Here's our 78th question. Which of the following form of icing method is suitable for air transport? A. Refrigerated air. B. Wet ice. C. Dry ice. D. Chilled seawater. The correct answer is C. Dry ice. Dry ice is preferred for air shipment because it does not cause leakage. But when it expands from a solid form into a gas, it may expel oxygen and may pose hazard to the safety of the airplane. Question number 79. In canning, what do you call the vertical distance from the top of the can to the level of the product? A. Seam. B. Headspace. C. Vent. D. Pressure. The correct answer is B. Headspace. The seam or double seam is a canning process for sealing a tin can by mechanically interlocking the can body and a can end or lid. Venting is also called as exhausting the canner. It is a process of letting the steam come out for a period of time before the canner is sealed down to bring it up to pressure. Here's our last question in this episode. What do you call the length of time that fish remains acceptable as human food? A. Rigor mortis. B. Retention time. C. Shelf life. D. Threshold. The correct answer is C. Shelf life. Shelf life is defined as the period of time that the fish is fit for consumption. Shelf life of different fishes may vary depending on several factors. Shelf life of fish can be determined on the basis of some criteria, such as sensory, biochemical or microbial criteria. Time and temperature of storage can also be used as criteria to determine the limit of shelf life. The factors affecting the shelf life include composition of fish, temperature, physical damage, unhygienic handling, method of catching, intrinsic factors, post-harvest treatment, and bacterial contamination.
For our fun question game, what is the scientific name of fish species, which is the first and only known fully warm-blooded fish that circulates heated blood throughout its body? To be able to join our game, please comment your answer in the comment box of this YouTube video or in Facebook group where it was posted.
That's all for this episode. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you like this video. See you all next time.